What is up, everybody? How we doing today? My name is Joe, aka Cool Runnings. I use he, him pronouns, and welcome to my healing space. That's what I'm gonna call it today. Welcome in, everyone. How we doing? What up, Rome? Hello, Dan. Hello, Destruction. Hello, Bell. Hello. How we doing today, friends? Welcome in. Oh, Killer Booty is here. The booty beanie. I got the booty beanie. I got the booty beanie. I got the booty beanie. Hang on, I gotta turn this down a little bit. The booty beanie is on speed dial, and by that I mean it is just hanging out and ready for me to... Oh, hang on a second. Oh, I've forgotten so many things today. Welcome in, friends. How the heck are you doing? How you doing? Living the dream? How's you? I'll tell you what. Amorous, have a good lurk. Rome, how you doing today, sir? It's good to see you. I'll tell you what, I'm having a very strange day with my brain. It is not doing all the things that I have charged it with doing, and I will say that there may be some sort of chemical disturbance happening up in my brain. But I tell you what, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the things that we know make us feel good, so that we can feel good, and we're gonna set the boundaries that we need to set, so that we don't have to take on additional things that don't make us feel good. And I already have forgotten the proper shoes upstairs. So there's a CC. Yeah, I forgot to turn it on. That was one of the things that my brain did not do. Welcome in, Para. Wait, you can't move your traps? What happened, Rome? What happened to you? What did you do? Sarely, have a good lurk. Negative split the run last night, so riding that high through tomorrow's run. Hell yeah. I didn't even share my my 400 workout that I did. I was supposed to share that after I did it. Hey, I gotta go get shoes. I put my shoes in a gym bag, and then I put that gym bag inside of another place because I had to go and do another workout last night. I will be with you momentarily. I hope you can hear me. I love you. Welcome to Costco. I love you. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hey, here's okay, yeah. So okay, all right. Here's another example. Here's another example, right? You know what I almost did? I almost walked all the way upstairs, around the whole ass other end of my house, grabbed these shoes, and I almost just grabbed the shoes. When like, I gotta grab the bag. Just grab the whole bag. I don't know what's going on with me today. Flip like shit. Other than that, I'm feeling great. Oh well. Can't move your arms or shoulders. Did not sleep well. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. But I'm glad you're here, Rome. Ugh. What do you got going on this weekend, my dude? We're gonna be driving to a late Halloween party. Basher.
Love Joko Elru moves.
Thank you, Basher, for the resub. Thank you so much. Thank you. Went too hard on shoulders. I mean, it happens. It happens. Sometimes you get a little great with the shoulder moves. I know, because when I go dancing, when I go to weddings, I give my wife a very sincere warning. If I have too many drinks, the shoulder moves are coming out. Because I have father energy. Really am doing well. Tired of painfully stopping to smile. Hell yeah, dude. No, that's great. No, that's great. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, it's been kind of a weird rough morning, you know. But I'm really glad that I'm making this happen today. I said no to something else for the sake of my mental health. That, you know, like, I'll just say it. Like, there was an event happening at work, and I did not feel like if I showed up, I would be the person that I needed to be to interact with all of these people. And like, if that's the case, like, I very often will just push through. And today I just could not do it. Could not do it. So I made the call. And I never make that call. I don't make a pattern out of it. But hot damn. Hot damn. Yeah. I just got to do it. Just once in a while, you got to let yourself do it. And I'm thankful that I had the flexibility that I can do that. We also had just like weird stuff with the contractors in the house yesterday. We're like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, they just like, they were supposed to pick stuff up and then they didn't. And it's like, hey, bro, look, I understand. I'm not going to get mad about it. And at the same time, like, you left a giant hunk of concrete in my backyard, and I have no way to get rid of that. So can you please come back and get it? But they won't tell me when they're going to come back and get it, so I can't leave Evie home alone. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I'm going to stop complaining now. Solo Paver Gym, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. Morning's been pretty weird too. It'd be like that sometimes. And I know, like, we're not, I know, like, that's not necessarily always the most constructive thing to say, but it does be like that sometimes. Welcome in, Billy. How you doing? So pleased that you're liking that game. Okay, Moonstone Island absolutely slaps. Before I talk more about Moonstone Island, I got to do this workout breakdown because we're gonna get into the habit of doing this from here on out. So if you haven't seen this segment yet, then congratulations, you get to see it now. All right, everyone, welcome into today's workout preview. I'm just gonna walk down what we're doing today. What we're doing and why is the idea here, so that we can, bring a little intentionality around what we're doing with our workouts and be a little more clear about the intent behind what we're doing. So we're gonna start off, today is a leg day. You're gonna see an upper body workout within that leg day. I'm gonna explain that in a little bit. So we're gonna start off with some heavy squats. Always starting off with, in my training plan, what I'm doing, starting off with a heavier compound, with fewer movements. While I'm feeling a little more fresh, I'm gonna try to get some good core engagement, drop some heavy squats and see how they feel. 4x3 by 295. I have not done that load in a while, and I may have to back it down or do fewer reps, but that's fine because I'm still kind of early on in this maintenance towards bulk phase. So I'm trying to see where my strength is at and where I can build from there. I'm gonna do some sumo deadlifts. We're not gonna pair those up with anything. Except for maybe some band warm-ups. Honestly, I'm trying to go a little bit higher volume on those, but I still want to go kind of heavy, and that might be an ego thing. So you might see me drop those down a little bit so that I can get those higher volumes of 6 to 8 reps instead of just doing these 2 heavy sets from here and there. We're going to pair up some wedge squats and Bulgarian split squats. Which are going to target the quads and the adductors primarily. Those are going to be pretty rough. That's going to be a really hard set, but we're going to get through it. Again, going higher volume on those because they are accessories. Then we're going to do a giant set of good mornings, lat pull downs, and glute bridges. All of this is to target the posterior chain. If you look at these 2 sets of accessories, we've got the wedge squats and Bulgarian split squats, which are going to primarily target our anterior, right? So some of our hip flexors coming up towards the core, and hip flexors being quads in this area. And then we're going to move to another giant set that's going to target good mornings, being those hamstrings when we're pushing those hips back and trying to get that good glute and hamstring engagement. Lat pull downs being just what we would call a filler set. I want to get one more movement in for my lats during the week that doesn't necessarily fit in all of my other training plans. And then glute bridges just being a little extra body weight strengthening for them glutes. And some abs if we have time. If you have questions about today's workout preview, go ahead and ask them as we're going through their workout. I'm happy to talk about it. Word. Thank you everyone for putting up with that. Whew. Morning has been a hurricane and it's not even 10 a.m. I don't advise engaging with extreme weather. You should probably just evacuate. You really should just evacuate. Oh, wait, you're going to a party tonight? Excuse me? Killer Cap there. Sisters, welcome in. How you doing? Crybaby Cook, welcome. 115 good mornings is insane. Oh, Rick, thank you for the resub. And Florida boys in here. Welcome in, friends. We're going to get started on this warm-up. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 115s on the good mornings. At least not for 8. So I'm pushing it a little bit today in terms of we're gonna try out some weights, because again, coming off a deficit for a while. Heavy squats in a few minutes too. Hopefully they'll straighten the day up a bit. Heck yeah, they're either gonna make you feel awful or they will make your day so much better. So it's a coin flip. Don't feel like working out today, so I'm gonna get changed and head to the gym, I guess. Hey, that's it, Billy. Yeah. Also, I hope you take a rest day if you need one, but if you don't feel like doing it, that's a great day to do it. Doing some Mario steps. You could call these standing dead bugs if you wanted. if you want. Or you can call them Mario steps, because that's more fun. Bada boom. I require moonstone thoughts. Okay. I will try to provide some moonstone thoughts. If you all have not been becoming familiar with Moonstone Island, it is, I will admit, what it looks like on the surface is just like your typical cozy farming sim. And you know what? It kind of is. However, you play as this little witch alchemist that is making a settlement on this island. And it combines like Stardew Valley with Slay the Spire style deck building. And it's honestly very fun. It's very fun. You get to catch all these cool critters, and each of the critters has their own skills, and they have their own little special cards. And you walk around battling other critters. And then you also grow stuff and craft stuff. And apparently, you can do relationships and all that stuff. Stardew Valley. Pretty sick. Mountain Dew, welcome in. I think I know who that is. It is the man who changes his Twitch name on the 60-day mark every 60 days. Welcome in, Battle Cat. Moonscar Island. Okay, this brings me fear. Only played a bit of Moonstone Island, but love what I experienced of it. Amorous, I thought it was really good. I thought it was real good. Huh. Amorous, what did I see you playing when I like caught your status on Discord? You may still be playing it right now. It was something that I was like, ooh. I mean, there are a few things today that would make me go, ooh. Ooh. Here is appropriate. Scooby-Doo on zombie. Oh. Oh, yes, I remember now. I remember now. Is that the one where they do like the body swap thing? And Fred is in Daphne's body. And he's just like groping himself. I remember a few things about that movie, and that for some reason is one of them. I will do some thoracic rotations. I mean, I don't blame the dude, you know? I can't blame the dude, given the circumstances. If we're in a Freaky Friday situation, I don't know how I'm reacting. Ah. Now I'm thinking about Lindsay Lohan. Was not expecting that. Ooblets! It was Ooblets. It was absolutely Ooblets. Oh my gosh. Ooblets update rolling out. I should bring that back out. I haven't touched that in months. Gotta learn to get the dogs out for a walk. Dan, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you're having a good rest day. And we'll see you when you come back from Doggos. Dwoggos. Welcome in. Do a dip, do dip. Dip do. Dip a do damn. Dip a damn do. I'm doing okay. I'm dipping fine. I kind of wish that I was dipping less today. But you know what? I'm gonna dip a do what I do a can. And that'll be my Doug Dimmadome. Dunzo of the dumb ding single. Yep. Okay. Out of control. There's nothing left. Oh, we didn't start the watch. I knew it. I knew we were forgetting something. Gotta start that timer. Rome, have a good lurk. Apparently apparently Olympia is happening right now. Like all day today. I don't know if anyone's tuning in. Not I. Gonna attempt to move again. I got you, broski. Let's tan in Japan. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. You know, for a while I thought it was just angles, but he does have a very tall hat. I don't think that anyone can deny it. Not to jump topics back, but if anyone is considering like looking for a new kind of casual game to jump into from time to time, would highly recommend Moonstone Island. It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. Hydrates. Thank you, Bella. You got more info on that thing I sent you? The way my memory is functioning, I would need you to elaborate. For the King 2? Wait, did they make another one? That's the, like, Really? Oh, I didn't know they... Whoa! When did that come out? It just says 2023. Okay. Well. I didn't know. For the King was really cool. Ohio! Oh, sick. Okay. Yes. Alright, I recall now. I'm remembering. Yeah, For the King was one of those games that I got for my laptop before I had a decent gaming PC that I was able to actually play a little bit of. All right. That is not feeling optimal. However, life's not optimal. I'm going to deal with it. 12 classes. Weren't there like 4 in the first one? That is huge. It's got a really bad Metacritic score right now. Finished like 3 campaigns, kind of got over it. You know what, Billy? It is sad. And I also identify with that experience. I did not give that game as much time as I probably could have. I spent a lot of time watching it. Because we had, I think it was What the Flappies, which is a stream trio that isn't as active anymore. Annie is still an active streamer. And I can give Annie a shout. But they would do co-op streams and play For the King. It was a lot of fun to watch. I can play Baldur's Gate. It's basically that on crack. I have not yet escaped Act 2 of Baldur's Gate. I just got out of, sort of, I'm not done in the Grand Mausoleum, but I'm close. I'm getting real close to finishing up in the Grand Mausoleum. I've also broken some rules for myself with Baldur's Gate. I had zero intent of like looking things up at any point, but there have been a couple of times where I've been so stuck, or like not even like, oh, I want to make sure I make the right choice, but like it's really hard to describe. It's like if I have the option of, hey, I could take a little help and I can find something that's going to make this take literally 10 fewer hours than it would otherwise, I think I'm going to do that. Or like there have been certain battles where I felt completely outclassed and I have no other option. Like I try it 3 or 4 times and then I'm like, okay, what am I missing here? Is there an obvious strategy that is just going over my head? Am I too underleveled? Star Ocean Second Story R yesterday, remake for a 90s. I remember the Star Ocean franchise. I remember that name, but I don't precisely remember. What is happening right now? Ay. I should not have checked my email just now. I'm going to be okay. Maybe we'll just squat and we'll feel better. Yeah. Sometimes I can be bothered to problem solve. That's real. I mean, it depends on, you know, that is probably the biggest difference between when I play games on my own now and when I play games on my own like 5 years ago, is this entirely different approach with, like, I want a game to respect my time. And honestly, I feel like Baldur's Gate does a really good job of that 99% of the time. It is a little bit of a bummer that you can't, like, move things around between party members without walking around in your camp and talking to people. Like, all right, get out of the party. All right, get back in the party. All right, thanks for your stuff. All right, get out of the party. All right, other person, get back in the party. Maybe there is a faster way to do that I just haven't discovered yet, but... Yee! Yee! But those have been my two off-stream obsessions lately, is Baldur's Gate and Moonstone. Moonstone's been fab. I feel like when we're at camp, just able to access everyone's inventory, give people new gear and level them up. It is strange. Like, especially since it's the third game, I kind of figured that would be a given, you know? Because other games where you have a lot of options of party members, I feel like that kind of is. Mass Effect, I haven't touched Mass Effect in a long time, but I'm pretty sure you can hop up in that Mass Effect there and you can look at everyone's stuff all at once. Ha! Mass Effect 1 you couldn't. Well, that's Mass Effect 1. That's the first one. That's the first one. Isn't Baldur's Gate made by the same company that made Divinity Original Sin? I believe it is. Which I have Divinity Original Sin 2, and I got it so I could do like a couch co-op game with wifey, and we never played it. I like bought it and was like, yeah, let's go. And then I can't remember what happened in life where we were just like, nope, not now. Not now. What up, Esther? Welcome in, Esther Flonith. Time for some pre. Had to go talk to them and swap with their gear. They couldn't see what people have when I was shopping. Yeah. No, I mean, that is definitely one of the more fun things to note about games just as time has gone by, is like things that would have been just like an unnoticed feature. All right, I'm gonna get HR with it. If anyone's ever heard of something called hygiene factors, there are things in a job that won't necessarily attract people to the job or increase their engagement, but if they're not there, they will decrease engagement or they will make people not want to be a part of the organization. Hygiene factors. I feel like hygiene factors also apply with games. Like, there are things in games where if you tell me like, ooh, Mass Effect 2, you can like manage all of your party members from one screen. I'm not going to be like, wow, I want to buy that game. But if I'm playing it and I find out that that's not something and I've already experienced it somewhere else, hygiene factor. It stinks. I'm leaving. Welcome in, Moon. Gonna go make some eggies. How you gonna make your eggies? That was like one of my like oddly favorite things I learned about. One of my weirdly favorite HR terms. I can't remember whose framework that is, but I always found it kind of silly. All right. We're going to do 255, and then we'll up it to 295. We'll get these big, pretty boys on here. Scrambled, and I like them a bit crunchy. So you overcook them a little bit, or do you just add some cheese and get your cheese a little crispy? Moon, do you like crispy cheese? Whatever you gotta do. Whatever you gotta do. We'll see you soon. Hey, how you doing? 7ARC is here. How you doing, 7ARC? Welcome in. Also, before I forget, I'm gonna do this for Moon, because I know Moon is gonna be having hands full. But give a shout for Amorous. Amorous is one of our fellow community members. Does the streaming of the games. Was playing Ooblets today, but does play a lot of like Souls-likes and is hella good at Souls-likes. So if you like watching people be good at hard games, go check out Amorous. Pretty all right. How are the releases going? How are your tanks? All right, I'm gonna ditch this. I'm gonna ditch this top. Hope stream is a good one, Fran. I hope so. I hope it will be. Thank you, Dua. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Thanks for saying hello. And I hope you have a great day doing work things. Oh, thank you. Thanks for your help in designing it. It's funny that you showed up today, or that you were in stream today, because this is the first time I've worn this since TwitchCon. Dippa helped make our design for our FitFam shirt. Have worked on it for a moment. Need to break up to 6-month work in the online mode. Main thing needed more work on is the advertising marketing front. Next thing I want to add is the roguelike game mode. Need to design it first. I mean, that sounds like a lot of work, so I do not blame you for wanting to take a little break from everything. 3 reps. Come on. Ooh. We're going to try the 295. But confidence is not earth-shaking right now. Woo. Beanie tank combo, giving very pop punk energy. Do I bring up memories of a day to remember? 2, yeah, so it's gonna be 35s. It's not easy making a name for yourself. Where do you draw the line? I never thought I'd be in this far. Yeah, eventually I'll ditch the hat. I have Warped Tour flashbacks. It's like, whoa, that person in a band lifts weights. Florida boy, how you doing? What you got going on this weekend? Seven Ark, I'm sorry to ask you about work right when you came in. That's not cool. You're here to like hang out and have a good time, and here I am like pulling you back into a capitalist cycle. Whoa, you haven't thought about your productivity today? What's going on, bro? Girl's back in town. Gonna reconnect with her Saturday over drinks. Yeah! Oh, that's sick. That's nice. You going anywhere special? Oh, with some drinks. Wifey and I are maybe gonna go get some cocktails tonight. It's a big maybe. Big, big maybe. Normally like talking about tank game. To me, that's my free time. I do it for fun. All right, right on. Then I will feel no guilt asking about it. Zone. Whew. Thank you so much for stopping in. I will try my best to have a great workout. It's better now that you're here. So I don't make enough money from it to justify the amount of work I put into it. I do it because I enjoy it. Yeah. I mean, aside from the money thing, like, that makes sense. Do what you like. Do what you enjoy. Going camping this next week, which should be fun. Wait a minute. It's really cold. Why you're going camping? It's so cold. A well-reviewed brewery I've never tried before. Prithee, quickly, to the microbrewery at once. I think I had some socks that said that. Wow. That is the most Midwest white dude thing. I had novelty socks that were some medieval joke about getting to a microbrewery. Wow. I've never felt, actually, that's a lie. It's not that I haven't felt this, like, packed into this particular box before, but it's close. It's close to a record. Been Googling how to make pickle vodka at home. What are your learnings? Is it easy? Is it difficile? I'm in Florida, so really cold is going to be slightly chilly. It's probably going to be like if you go camping in like mid-spring here, where you wake up and it's 55, 60 degrees. You got a little nip in your nose. You let the sunrise pour in. I love camping when it's kind of cold in the morning. It's lovely. Thank you, Zone, for the hydrate. No, I really do like camping. We just haven't gone so much in the last couple of years. Part of that has been EV, part of that has been like other life stuff, but pickles and vodka, essentially. You know, I'm confused. How does pickle vodka come from pickles and vodka? I am genuinely like, do you just leave the pickles in the vodka? Do you pickle the vodka itself and add like pickle spicins? Like, do you use pre-made pickles? Do you make... There's a lot of questions that, frankly, you could just say, like, you don't need the answers to those. Just drink the damn pickle vodka. Take the pickle shot. Don't ask so many questions. What's wrong with you? All right. Mix the pickle juice and vodka. That is much more simple than I expected. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of getting under this bar right now. Definitely not me. Definitely not. But I will take the Kingdom Hearts boost. Double pickled liver. I know that you can supercharge your liver by shriveling it up first. That's not real advice. We got a third one. Okay. Whew. There we go. I don't know how it looked. It felt okay. I'm imagining he has to fart right now. I mean, we've all seen the clip. We've all seen the clip where I just openly, brazenly, shamelessly rip ass into my microphone. We've all seen the clip. I'm gonna have to pull it up. For the record, said this. Didn't actually fart. But, you know what, Amorous? I don't even know where it lives now. Like, we could try to find it. It's definitely up there. All clips. All time. We haven't all seen it, but I think I'll pass. It wasn't actually me farting. It was just like, I had the mic clipped like right to the front of my shorts. And it was just the perfect, the perfect, it sounded so much like the real thing. But I'm not gonna look too I'm not gonna look too far to find it. If Bella decides to do any detective work or anyone else decides to do any detective work, I accept the consequences. However, yeah. Well, I felt the evil. I felt the evil behind that. David, also welcome in, welcome back. Are you running this morning? Yesterday we did 8 by 400s with some variable rest in between. And one of the tracks that I go to, I cycle through some different tracks. One of the tracks I go to is next to a school. They're all, like, most tracks are next to schools, right? Because they're school tracks. But like, there's like this school that's just far enough away that it's not a problem, but just close enough that like these little kids can stand on top of this hill and just like scream at whoever is on the track. And like, they're kids on recess, so like the chauffeurs, whatever, they're not going to do anything about it. So whenever I like go around this one particular corner, they're just like, they're shouting at me. And it's so hard to just like keep the blinders on and like pretend like I'm not hearing them, because that's what I try to do. I don't want to encourage them, but it is also somewhat motivating to hear some like 8-year-old kid just, "Ah, let's go!" That's good. That's good. A little bit of encouragement. I'm sorry for the shouting. The pre is taking over my soul. All right, next set. We can get 3 again. Did it before. Do it again. Oh boy. Goody. Gonna be some big meals today. 3 more reps. Oh, Bella did find the clip. I don't know how you dug that up. That is so old at this point. 5 easy miles on the plan later today. Wife runs at 5:30, but I can't do morning runs. I go back and forth on morning runs. I just like my sleep, you know? Like, some days I wake up, I set all my stuff out overnight, or, you know, the night before. Yeah, but I'm not a parent, so I'm going to shut my mouth about that. There you go. There's your magic moment. Sponsored by Killer Booty 007. It's been a while since I pulled that one out. Soko Jen, welcome in. Seraph, I love the progression of the human body and mind. To get to a point where you can say 5 easy miles is amazing. It's wild, honestly. The amount, like, it takes a lot of time to get there. What's up with that? Excuse me. Thanks for your dedication to the bit. Well, it's wild how, like, at one point early on, that feels like a completely, like, it feels so far off. And then one day you wake up and it's like, that's your mindset around it, where it feels like something that's easy or something that's not. Like, when that is no longer your long run, it's a good ass feeling. You're welcome for the shouty. And Jen, you know, I really do identify with working out before 10 a.m. being a bit of a struggle. Like, I do it. I absolutely do it. There was a while where all of my gym sessions were 5:30, 6 o'clock gym sessions before I had, like, more flexibility in my job. And I did it. I was tired. I was really tired. Like, I don't want to ever pretend. I don't want to ever pretend in like talking about fitness that is just magically an easy thing, that it is an easy thing for me and that it should be an easy thing for you. That's not the energy I ever want to give on this channel. Because yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get up and work out. And you know what? If life works out for you that you don't have to work out early in the morning and you can get that habit going, fantastic. Fantastic. Because everyone has different schedules. And if you got kids, god damn, that's even more difficult. Ugh. But Jen, how are you doing this morning? Thanks for coming in today. Ooh, we got 2 more sets of squats. 2 more sweats of squats. Speaking of sweats, I'm gonna pull these sweatpants off. We're doing okay. I'm getting warm. Getting real warm. Yesterday into today, we have had some concrete contractors digging out a huge ass portion of our driveway to install channel drains so that the garage won't flood anymore. Trying to finish off work, get to call it an early day, then gym time. Yeah, that's great. What kind of work do you do, Jen? If you don't mind my asking. Lied, I'm having eggies with rice and ketchup, like those cute Japanese food videos intended. Eggs with rice and ketchup. You know, I used to have ketchup with my eggs pretty often, and then I just kind of stopped. I think it's Lauren's fault. 1, I started always putting veggies in my scrambled eggs, and those didn't taste as great with ketchup. But 2, also Lauren hates ketchup. My wife Lauren hates ketchup. She doesn't like ketchup. She doesn't like yellow mustard. And so, not to say I have to sneak them in, but I have to have a really good reason to bring them into the house and keep them in the fridge. 5 miles became easy. My first real run, I nearly puked after half a mile. Worked my way up to running a 50 miler. I didn't know you did a 50. I didn't know you did an ultra. Marketing and communications type of stuff, photo and video too. Sick. All right. All right. How long have you been doing that? Do you enjoy it? I would die. A no French fry household. Well, here's the thing is that we do make fries. Wifey prefers that we make an aioli rather than have ketchup. We also are partial to fried pickles, or frickles, as we do lovingly refer to them as. Lito, Leon, what's up? How we doing? Welcome in, Leon. Fun fact, when they tend to make the gravy for omelet rice, they tend to mix ketchup into the gravy. Katsu gravy. Was that an official Killer Booty beanie? It is. It is. I have deadly ass upon my forehead. It is a weapon of untold power. Oh, that was really slow. No, I'm going to leave one in the tank. I got 1 more set. I'll write that down as I only did 2. Excuse me. I don't eat ketchup with my fries either. Would you like some fries with that ketchup, boy? Another of the marriage slang. Ayo? Lee? Ayo? Ayo? I do like aioli. We've decided, hold on, I want to be careful about my phrasing. I'm going to be very careful about my phrasing here. We no longer purchase mayonnaise. We make mayonnaise. All you need is an egg, and olive oil, and a little bit of salt and pepper, and an immersion blender. The immersion blender is the important part because you need to emulsify your oil and your egg. Guy that prefers drizzling ketchup on fries over dipping them. Ooh. See, I used to have this, back when I was young and I was really, really food picky, My mom really liked going to this Greek place, and they had, like, I didn't like gyros. I didn't like, basically, if it had anything not like, I'll just leave it at that. I won't go into like how, like, all the ways in which I was a picky little bastard eater as a kid. But this place had cheese fries that you could order, and they just cover those bad boys in cheese and put them in a big old bucket. And I would always just drizzle ketchup over top of them. Eat it up with a fork. What up, Bradley? How you doing? How you doing, Brad? Yeah, Seraph, I was honestly kind of against it initially. My wifey was like, I can make that for you. We don't have to buy it anymore. And I'm like, okay, you can make it then. I'd be fine if you made me some. And she did, and it tastes just the same, if not a little bit better. Fairly certain the only thing my kid eats right now is chicken nuggets and waffles. Hey, it'll come. Apparently, that is definitely one of the things that I am most worried about going into parenting. Like, how do I get my child to eat things? Because, man, I was so resistant when I was younger. Just like, I just want kids to eat some damn vegetables. That was what our Wellness Minute was about on Wednesday. Eat some vegetables, please. Find a way to make it easy for you to eat vegetables. Just had some nice breakfast. Good to see you, Bread. What'd you have for breakfast? I think it's probably better considering the fact you know what's going into it when you make it. 100%. 100%. Shut up, Harry. Welcome in. Yeah, I'd like to know that advice as well. Not only eat things, but still having a good relationship with food afterwards. Yeah. Yeah. So I can apply it on myself. Well, and yeah, you know what, Bella, that is kind of buried in it for me, is how do I help a kiddo understand what foods, how do I help a kiddo understand what foods are, because kids don't necessarily always capture the same nuance that adults do when you say like, well, it's not that this isn't a good food, it's not that this is a bad food. Like, with kids, sometimes you do gotta make that a little more black and white for them, right? But you also don't want to create this narrative around food that is like essentially just setting someone up to feel food guilt when they are in a later portion of life, because that is equally not good. Equally not good. Peanut butter and honey on toast with blueberries, strawberries, and tangerine. That sounds amazing. I had oats with blueberries. Are we crabbing right now? Want to eat more, but it's hard to break out of the normal portions. It's just not too much, too little of different parts of something. Yeah, no. So the thing that we discussed on Wednesday on stream was to create a strategy for yourself around vegetables. Like, pick 2, 3, 4 veggies that you feel comfortable and confident in cooking. And if you have to get there, that's fine. Like, veggies that you like, that you can more tolerate, you feel comfortable and confident in cooking, and just lean on those. Like, some people think, oh, I need to start eating more vegetables. I'm gonna buy some Napa slaw cabbage and bok choy, and I'm gonna get myself a big bag of turnips and radishes, and like, my dude, you don't have to eat every single vegetable. Like, you don't have to do that. You can eat like 3 or 4 of the same vegetables over and over again, and you will most likely, as long as you're eating some fruits, you're gonna have a similar effect to as if you had really widened your palate. If you want to try to widen out your palate, you can absolutely do that. Like, if you love cooking, you love experimenting, go for it. But don't put the weight of the world on your shoulders with cooking and trying to eat healthy. Oh, come on, legs. Oh. No. Nope. You know what? I thought about going for it, but if my brain wasn't there, my heart's not there, weight's not gonna move. What up, C-Dub? How we doing? Welcome in. And Dusty. What's up? You just named a bunch of veggies that I love. I'm sorry, Amorous. I guess those are the veggies that I don't eat so often. So for me, it is peppers, onions, mushrooms, spinach, kale. Sometimes kale. Kale's just a little more work. Hey girl, what's up, Ryan? How we doing? How are you recovering after yesterday? Can I show you something that I've been doing recently to get in veggies? Sounds kinky, but yes. Yes, the answer is yes. Play video games instead. The soup I'm obsessed with has kale, and it makes me feel better that I eat a lot. Oh, yes. Yes, sorry. It took me a second to process that sentence. My real name is Kale. Hello, Kale. Can I get a shout for C-Dub, actually? Oh, Seraph, can you put it in the Discord? Otherwise, there is literally zero chance that I will look at it. I'm a little tight on time during the lifting streams. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. I feel rude when I say that, but whew. All right, those are tough squats. Those are tough squats. We're done squatting though. A full ass hour into stream. We're done doing heavy squats. Oh, and thank you on to cut it a shirt. I took a shirt cutting tip from a fellow streamer, and this is our Twitch Health and Fitness Fit Fam shirt that we got for TwitchCon. So I figured I'd pull it out for stream today. One, because I like the color. I like the perps. Two, because, you know, why the hell not? It doesn't have to be two reasons. We have two reasons for doing something. And reason number two is why not? You know what? I don't know if that's a reason. You only need one reason. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to back off that. In case anyone missed the beginning of stream, I'm having kind of a weird brain day. My cognitive functioning is not operating as expected. Anywhere near as expected. So, if you see me have some lapses, please know we are aware of the issue. And we are working with our technical services team to address the underlying concern. However, it may be 3 to 4 business days before we can process your request. Bottom cork. Thank you for the follow. I'm just too quick for you. Most common veggies are parsnips, sweet potatoes, kale, spinach, Brussels sprouts, and avocado. Avocado may be a fruit, but I know what you mean. Love bok choy, though, so much, and Napa cabbage. So I definitely am into kale, into Brussels sprouts on occasion. One of the ways that wifey courted me was by making me Brussels sprouts. She made me a dinner of spheres, is what we refer to it lovingly as. And it was like this circular pasta and Brussels sprouts. How'd you cut it? It is 2 fingers from the seam, and then 4, I think it was 6 fingers from the arm seam. Hitting 295 today as well. Thought I'd do 1 rep, but did 295 for... Damn, look at you. Look at you. That's sick destruction. Congratulations. Right on. Way to get it in. I've had 3 poops today, each better than the last. I'm really happy for you. Like, genuinely. Genuinely. Just getting started, really. Yeah, didn't you stream for 24 hours? You streamed for 24 full hours, right? 230 by 12. Oh, so you're doing like a top set, and then you're doing some reps. I should really get back to that style here. Haven't had kale, but I think I'd like, considering I like spinach, lettuce, and bok choy. Kale's really great. I stand kale. I've had a couple of people in my life who have really disrespected the kale, and well, let me just be blunt. They're not a part of my life anymore. Let me just be blunt again. I'm not telling the truth. They're still a part of my life. I just don't cook kale for them anymore. Popeye's just opened in my town. Hella busy lines out to the road. Have an opinion on them? I mean, Popeye's is great. At least as far as I know. We have a couple in Southeast Michigan, and there is usually a pretty long line. Here's one of the rules of post 2020 society is if there is an establishment. Ooh, sushi. Oh, that's gonna read out. Hang on a second.
Thanks to @champion7b for my sub gift. Kale. Blah. Kale is for chumps. Get those Brussels sprouts in. Kale is like eating texture paper towel. With extra texture. Love you, Joe lol, please don't hate me.
Thank you, Sushi. Ugh. I see your favorite vegetable, and I would like to extend a big, hearty fuck you. The thing you like is awful, and you should know it. Thank you, Sushi. Cookie Sushi. I'm guessing that was a caption thing. Welcome in, Scoob. With extra texture. I will speak the gospel of kale. Welcome in, Michael. Kale is like eating textured paper towel with extra texture. Okay. Look, you're wrong. You can still hang out, but you're wrong. All right, so here's my spiel on kale. Kale is not something that is hard to prepare, but it is easy to prepare it poorly. Okay? Kale is best enjoyed sauteed. You get your pan nice and hot. Actually, let me start over. You gotta start with your kale preparation. You don't just rinse kale. You massage kale. And if you don't know what I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Having a man tell you need to massage your vegetables? Odd. Understandable. All you gotta do when you're rinsing those bad boys off, let me see if I can find something to kind of work this example on, because this is going to be slightly sultry. You know what? The best thing I can imagine is to do this on a crock, right? Because look at the crock, right? So if you look at the crock, it's kind of got fronds that go out like a kale, right? So if you're preparing some kale, all you got to do is while you're rinsing it, you just take your thumbs and you just work a little bit out towards the tops. Doesn't take that long. You just run under some cold water and you massage out to the ends. There you go. And that's gonna like lighten up the texture a little bit. It's gonna make it a little less fibrous. Now, get your pan nice and hot. Let your pan get hot before you add your oil, olive oil, not extra virgin olive oil, because extra virgin olive oil has a low smoke point and it will burn. Get your pan nice and hot, add that olive oil, let that olive oil heat up, then you throw down your kale, right? Of course you chop it up first. You don't just put this big ass leaf of kale on there. Nobody likes that. Chop it up, throw it in there, give it a little mix in the olive oil. Then you take garlic powder or garlic salt, salt and pepper, sprinkle it in there, mix it around. You have to cook it hot, and if you overcook it, you're not gonna get good, crunchy, textured kale. Other option, air fry that shit. Thank you. Thank you. That's how you make kale. Maybe next time we do a cooking stream, always use fresh garlic. You can absolutely use fresh garlic. Yeah. Oh. Kale and pearl couscous salad. Slaps. Kale and sweet potato salad also. No kale fails around here. It will not happen. Kale doesn't deserve a massage from me. I spit on it. You could spit on it and then massage it. If that's what you want to do, Sushi, if that's like what you're into to get your vegetables all prepped and ready for cooking, you can spit on it and then massage it. That's up to you. God. Did we get a shout for C-Dub yet? I'm sorry, I haven't been paying close attention. Some people pay double for that kind of action. They might. You do. All I'm saying is it's a valid method of cooking. I don't spit on my food before I cook it. But if you want to, you can. As long as you're not working in a food service establishment, you can spit on your food all you want. They. When unsure, they is always a great pronoun to use. Never get my lettuce to be crunchy like when I get it at the store. Rinsing it always ruins it, but I always rinse it, so I just never like it. You could be blanching it, Snooks. You really like shock those bad boys in some ice water. It helps. All right, Sushi, I will back off on this, and I'm sorry for pushing that on you. I'm projecting. Yeah, I mean I got to think for veggies. You seen the zucchini that I grow in my garden? I've shown off my zucchini multiple times on stream. And here we are going down this path again, so I'm going to stop that immediately. Hey, Popeye's chicken. Popeye's chicken's great. The thing that I was going to say before is the general rule of post-2020 American society, and I would say just like Western society, is if you have an establishment that is preparing some sort of crispy chicken sandwich, people are going to lose their minds for it. I don't know at what point society was just like, wow, I love fried chicken sandwiches. But I feel like anyone I know who is not vegan or vegetarian, if you offer to take them to a place that has chicken sandwiches, they will say yes so quickly, it will make your head spin. Am I a deadlift specialist yet? Highly recommend as a salad spinner. Gets all the water off so it doesn't get soggy. Ooh. And you can usually find a salad spinner in like thrift shops too. Growing a garden before zucchini is pretty exciting. No, like honestly it is. If you are someone who is vaguely interested in gardening, you want to just like give it a go. All the time people are like, I'm gonna get a container, I'm gonna grow some tomatoes, which is great. Nothing against tomatoes. Tomatoes, if you are not consistent in watering them, and if you don't have good soil, they will taste like the inside of an old tube of toothpaste by the end of your container cycle. Zucchini, however, will just like take off. They will proliferate like mad. You will have so many zucchini, you will be giving them away, or you will be figuring out all sorts of wonderful things that you can do with zucchini. And you'll feel good because you grew a lot. Whew. Everyone loves fried chicken. Now I just took the bone out for convenience. Equals love of fried chicken squared. Sarah, if you know what, you're honestly, that's it. It's like, everyone likes fried chicken. No one wants to...
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn
hot dog. No one wants to just say like, yeah, I just like tendies. I just like tendies. Yo, Moon, I'm in the same boat. I'm 100% in the same boat. I really don't want to go back to work today. The way I like deadlifting, but my lower back doesn't right now. Jen, how long have you been doing it for? Some days are really great with deadlifts. Like today, since I'm doing squat followed by deadlift, this is already feeling a little on the rough side. And we may stick at 275, depending on how this set feels. Because I want to do good controlled work. I don't need to put 3 plates on today. If putting on 275 and leaving it there means that I can get some nice controlled reps that are engaging as I need them to. Oh. Good job. Pickle them bad boys for the winter. Pickled zucchini. Pickled zook. I can tell you don't live somewhere known for their tomatoes. Yeah, I mean, Michigan is not necessarily a great tomato place. It's because we have very varied conditions, right? Hey, Sushi, have a good workout. Thank you so much for stopping in. I'm sorry for drilling you on vegetable fetishes. Try to do them regularly for the last year or so. Every time I do, I have to give it like a month. Man, that stinks. Yeah, I don't know. I was in that cycle with them for a while, and then I spent a lot of time working on my form. Back down the weight, and then consistently I've been pretty okay. Amazing to hear you lift and grunt and talk in the background. There's so much energy. Hey, that's wonderful, Destruction. That is so affirming. Sometimes I like wonder what this space does for people, like when I'm having a really bad brain day. And that helps me know. That helps me know. I'm a vegan, so I do like veggies to some degree. I've been told that some people are vegetarian not because they don't want to eat meat, but because they hate vegetables. Like, hate vegetables. I must annihilate all leafy greens. All right. Am I? No. Yeah, we're fine. All right. 6 of these. Oh. That's the working weight today. The decision has been made. Don't do that. Ja, welcome in. Jersey tomatoes are a big deal. I grew up in New Jersey. Interesting. Is that like California raisins? Did you have commercials similar to the California raisin? Also, I saw Michael Runs Miles snuck in here. How you doing, Michael? Good to see you. Oof. The weird brain is getting a little bit better post lifts, but trying to do a lot more stretching and stuff. Stick with hip thrusts. Heck yeah. I had hip thrusts in my rotation for a while. And, you know, I probably could have worked them in today. I've been trying to switching to this new routine of holy guacamole. Hitting legs twice a week. Basically, I'm doing something with my legs every other day. And I'm doing 2 upper body days. And the idea was to give my legs more rest. But I think what I've done is just kind of set myself up for a very exhausting tail end of the week. Veggies get smug sometimes. You gotta knock them down a peg or 2 by eating them all. You gotta just roast them. What better way to knock them down a peg and give them a good roast? Enjoying a week of finally going to the doctor, which led to even, I mean, that's a good thing, right? Like good in the sense that you're on your way to finding some answers for what's bugging you, but also scheduling. Scheduling is nasty, Jazz. Twitching to a new routine. We are twitching. We're not twitching on Sundays. Sundays are my solo leg day, and those have been lovely. How you doing, Ja? What you got going on today? Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Natty, I'm doing okay. I am doing okay. Good in some ways, rough in others. Proud of some things, ashamed of other things. But it's all good. We're getting there. It's Friday. We're on our way. Use lots of veggies in cooking as aromatics when braising to remove after they make the meat taste gooder. If anyone is like regularly cooking red meat and you are not using mushrooms to cook your red meat, I would like to suggest, I'd like to be that like meme cat that does the, hey, please, 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 please use mushrooms and then eat them afterwards because they're really good for you. Like days have been heavy lately. Need a good nap in the afternoon. I'm gonna want a nap after this, but I'm gonna have to work for 4 more hours. So that's the biz. Had fainting spells. Had a heart test here in a bit. Doctor said I can't run until after they rule it. Oh my gosh. You mentioned the fainting spell when we were talking, and like, I guess I didn't really critically think like, yo, maybe this is something really serious. So I'm really glad that you're getting help. And please keep me updated, because that's kind of frustrating that you can't run. I would imagine that's not a good feeling. Thank you, Natty. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Mushrooms! That's right. You gotta, if you can learn, see, I don't like raw mushrooms, but I do think if you can learn to like cooked mushrooms, your life in general does improve. One, because you don't have to say no to mushrooms anymore. And two, mushrooms just make things taste better. Objectively, the texture is a little rough. I have personally struggled with mushroom texture over the years, but now I'm in a space where I appreciate the texture of mushrooms. And appreciate is a strong word. Three. Mm. 2 sets down. Working mad hours, combine my muscle groups like back and legs, chest, try, maybe shoulders. Hey, I've been on that. Push, pull. For a while, I was on a three-day split where it was push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, repeat. Repeat. And it wasn't bad. It helped me manage effort for sure. Frank can't stand mushrooms. Don't understand. So neutral and just take the flavors of anything else. Doesn't like potatoes. Okay. Yeah, it's a miracle that you are still associated. Not liking potatoes that's a rough one for me. Potatoes are extremely versatile. I think it's just a nutrition thing. Wants to make sure. Of course. Of course. And anytime you want to hit me up about it, Michael, if you want to just dish, I'm here for you. I like the slimy mushrooms from the can. Put those bad boys on a pizza, they're bad. Woo. Mango Games, thank you for the follow. Chris, welcome in. And Jester Tech, how you doing? And Sweet Lou. And Richard, welcome in, friends. Sumo, it is. It's not great sumo. I will say my form on sumo is still imperfect. I mean, a lot of my form is imperfect, but sumo in particular, I feel like I'm still working on getting there a little bit more. How are you doing, Lou? It's good to see you. Sally says it may not be all mushrooms. Soak some shrooms in water, then rub them bad boys on your skin. Be soft and silky like in razor commercials. So you're talking about using mushrooms for self-care. It's like spa day with mushrooms. Half Irish, not liking potatoes is a cardinal sin. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. We love potatoes. Well, again, it's versatile, right? And also, like, yeah, starch is a thing. And like in the 90s, there was this big hype about how potatoes were not good for you because they were starchy, fibrous carbohydrates. But like, think about it. If you're looking at what good carbs are, potatoes are plants. Potatoes are carbs that come from the ground. They're good. Anything like way too much of anything is gonna not be great. If you coat it in oil and cook it in oil, like if all you're eating is French fries, then potatoes maybe not be the best addition to your diet. But like, if you're having a little bit of French fries from time to time, it's not really too bad of a thing. It's all good. It's all good. A couple of weeks of emotional crisis. Fine, hit a new gym PR today, so that makes it all worth it. Yeah. Oh, that's great, Lou. That's great. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you're here. I've seen a little bit of your sharing on what's going on for you in some other Discords, but I hope that, like, I'm glad to hear that you're kind of getting through it. I will say, like myself, I'm having kind of a weird brain day for a number of reasons, but we're making this happen. We're making this happen today. Can't eat potatoes because they make my chronic conditions flare up, so I go for the root veggies. Very understandable. Very understandable. Like, if I ever say, like, hey, I don't understand why people don't like this food, and you not liking that food is less about you liking the food and more about it being inconsistent with the way that your body functions, I will say, please understand that I'm not judging your choices. Steak fries are the best. I just like the string fries. Is their potatoes just like a medium for ingesting fat? That's a point. That's a point. I'm trying to think, because I think like there are two French fries on the spectrum, and I'm gonna use probably less popularly known Steak and Shake. If you have a Steak and Shake in your area, I think those are an example of like very classic shoestring fries because they're very thin. Best for covering in cheese. Best for covering in cheese, chili, and ketchup, and eating with a fork. Red Robin is the other example of, if you want some thick boys, Red Robin is the place to go. You'll get bottomless fries and campfire sauce. At least you used to. Get that Royal Burger. Hell yeah. Two more. Ouch. Whoa. Well, that's going to take a bit off the shin. Oh. Oh, cut that one a little close. Red Robin on steak fries. You understand, Florida boy. Oh. We got a wellness minute. Catch our breath first. Welcome in, Tiger. Oh. Been to one Steak and Shake. Wonderful. Also spilled my shake everywhere. That's sad. Did they replace your shake? Steak and Shake, for some reason, has always been this is where we go after we do other stuff. It's like, go to a movie, then we go to Steak and Shake afterwards. I mean, like back in high school, it was the post homecoming dance spot. It did not. What? Bastards. Tiger, you are entitled to a nibble, by the way. Welcome in, Tiger. Steak and Shake in the US when I was there. Legit was one of my favorites. It used to be really affordable too. Used to be like, I want to say $4.50, and you could get a burger and fries. Unreal. Oh my goodness, is that Tom? Is that Tom? Tomination time. Welcome in, Tom. How we doing? Come in, Raiders. Raiders, hello. My name is Joe. Go by Cool Runnings here on Twitch. I use he, him pronouns. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, we lift weights. Tuesdays, Sundays, we play video games all the time. We're an inclusive community all about getting moving in the ways that work for you and enjoying rad stories together. Hang on, let me see if I can. I'm going to, Tom has no friends, only bots. It was so great meeting you, Tom. Welcome to Stenny all. Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting Tomination Time at TwitchCon. And so I'm now going to attempt to engage in the sort of, so Tom has really good, have a good run, Tom, or have a good meeting. Tom has really great production value on his stream. And since I don't have stuff set up to do that, I'm just going to do my best to replicate it. Raiders, if you're here, be ready for action, adventure, squats, deadlifts, Tomination time. Yeah? Yeah, that's right. All right, that's about as close as I can get to whatever Tom has going on. My man has has such a really awesome space over there. Tom is one of the Twitch health and fitness OGs, and he's a great dude. He's a great dude. He really cares about helping people find their way to fitness, and I'm really proud to have met him a couple weeks ago. Please go and check out Tomination Time if you haven't done so already. All right, back to me being me. I am brave. I am Bruce. I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. I gotta drink some water. We got one more set of sumo deads. And then we're gonna be on to the other fresh hell that we have cooked up for today, which is gonna be wedge squats and Bulgarian split squats. I'll tell you what, I'm actually very much not excited about those. We'll do our last set of sumos first. Oh, Tiger. Tiger might have said something. Let me see. Hanging out with Kyle Party, modding for Wrath. Need to see you to absorb some happiness and good vibes. Well, Kyle Party and Wrath are also strong contributors to the good vibes. So I hope that you had an equivalent experience over there. We're going to see if we can get more than 6. Okay, backsies. That's rad. The moment I started putting this belt on, I realized I have to piddle. I will be right back. Booty came back, and then I left. Did my 3rd set of Bulgarian split squats. Oh. I'm gonna go Super Saiyan complaining about Bulgarian split squats. It is the way. That's probably one of the best things about Bulgarian split squats. I'm trying to think of a comparison of things that it's like you get to be smug when you complain about them. Split them squats all Bulgarian like. Show me how that Bulgarian do. I still don't completely understand why they are Bulgarian. I'm guessing it has to do with some sort of bodybuilder or Olympic powerlifter. That's what Romanian deadlifts are. They're named after like one Olympic training coach. And the way that we do them isn't even the way that he had originally designed them. One more. Break the floor. Ah. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I forgot the wellness minute. Beans. Who redeemed it? Are you still here? I'm so sorry, everyone. The raid distracted me in the best way. Excuse me. What'd that Bulgarian do? Destruction did, okay. Thank you, Dan. Whew. I'll at least give destruction. Let's go. All right. Give me 15 seconds. And I promise I'm not going to get distracted this time. I just want to catch my breath. Whew. Look at my notes. We'll get that wellness minute rolled out. Hierarch! Welcome in. Howdy do? We have the Hydrator. Hydrator Supreme. I am Hydratus of Borg. You will get wet. Damn. That's probably been used before, right? Definitely not in a lewd way. I am Hydratus of Borg. You will be wet. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. We will be adding you to our consciousness. Oh. Check our little notes here. Wet. Wet. Croissant. Croissant. Just doing a little vocal warm-up. Modern vocal warm-ups. Croissant, 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 croissant. What is up, everybody? How are we doing today? My name is Joe, aka Cool Runnings, and welcome to today's Wellness Minute. Today's Wellness Minute is examine guilt. Guilt is an emotion, sort of. It's a cultural thing. If you're like me and you grew up in the Midwest, you know that guilt is something that people typically kind of grow to using, either intentionally or not, as a way to weaponize accountability. That feels a little intense, but I'm going to say it that way. So examine what guilt means for you. Guilt, I see as something that is not necessarily always a productive means of thinking about accountability. If you can still hold yourself accountable, if you can apologize, if you can understand that maybe you could have done something better, or understand in the same way, someone else probably could have done something a little bit better, or maybe they crossed a boundary, maybe you crossed a boundary, whatever it is, try not to dwell on things. Because ultimately, when it comes back around to it, if you've done something that will potentially harm a relationship with someone, that will damage trust with someone, all you can do is apologize and try to do better. So don't trap yourself by not speaking your needs because you're feeling guilty about what speaking your needs and asking what you need for, or asking for what you need may make someone else feel. So today's Wellness Minute is just examine what guilt means to you and why it's something that should or should not be important. And be careful about how you're communicating with others, because for someone else, they may have grown up in a guilt-heavy household or a guilt-heavy culture, and you may be like totally putting them on edge just by trying to hold them accountable and not being clear that you still trust them, that you still want to maintain a relationship with them. And that's today's Wellness Minute. Whew. That one felt a little touch and go.
Do it.
Do it. Poisson. Poisson. House Cat, welcome in. Thank you for the clip, Dan. But yes, let me know how you feel about that Wellness Minute. I would love some feedback, some additional thoughts. Never too late to apologize. Never too late to apologize. The abject. I will try. I will try. I will try. Get a decent ab chat going here. Is that Halloween candy? No, it's not actually. This is a honey stinger waffle, and I eat half of them at a time. I will eat half of one of these before a run or like in the middle of a lift. Give me a little bit of an energy boost partway through. Also, House Cat, welcome in. Sorry you didn't get a dinosaur screech for your follow. I was looking for a new cheese grater. I actually do need a new cheese grater. I want one of those tower ones where it like captures the cheese in the middle. They're really nice. How many calories and carbs are in them? So each waffle, a full waffle is 140 calories. And it contains, I ripped it off. Whoops. I actually can't see how many carbs, but I can go and get another one. Oh, thank you. Don't feel guilty about forgetting the Wellness Minute. Thank you, Destruction. Like, I honestly appreciate that. Because that means no carbs. If there's no price tag on it, it must be free. Welcome to retail hell. I'm your guide. If there's no crab on it, 18 to 19 carbs. Okay. Yeah, no, they're good. They're good. If you have a Sierra trading post, if you don't have a Sierra trading post in your town, I will say that it is actually worth driving out of town to go to one. Because them places is great. I love me Sierra Trading Post. I get good workout clothes there. Pretty good deal on shoes and boots. And they have a bunch of like marked down snacks and stuff. Like Stinger waffles. They don't sell goo, like name brand goo. But they sell typically like off-brand versions of Cliff Blocks. So I'm always stocked on them. Hydrate! Bella, we gotta get on for a call. Talk about numerous things. Well, we gotta have a little call. Whew. Mossy! Mossy! Thank you for the hydrate hierarch. I thought you liked the dancing, Michael. My dancing is so bad. It's so bad. But that's the reason I do it. I was having this discussion with wifey of like, we have some friends we think that aren't really necessarily all about dancing. And I've made it clear to her that I am bad at dancing and I don't really intend to get much better at dancing. How did this work? Am I a fool? Oh yeah, we're good. Get the movies wedges together. We're gonna do one warm-up set with the 135, and then we'll bump it up to 195. You are not in trouble. You are not a trouble. Sorry, you are not in or a trouble. Or on trouble. want you to come to ballet with me one time. Okay, legit, as you've been talking about it, Michael, I've been thinking about signing up. My only, or like attempting to sign up, trying to get into a class. Because I had a buddy that I talked to about it years ago, getting in on a ballet class. And we never did it, partially because of like scheduling issues. And I think at the time it was definitely money. It's like we were looking at the cost of the classes and both of us were like, can't do it. Not now. Mossy, how are you doing today? It's so good to see you. What are you playing? Are you RuneScaping? Myo reps are so deadly. Just did pulley biceps curls, 15 myo reps, 5 seconds rest, and 4 reps till I can't do 4 reps. Myo reps are intense. I have not been working them in, partially because it's just not been part of my training plan. But I could probably work some in at some point. But that's a lot of volume. I think I know somebody for a deal. Well, if I'm gonna do any sort of that stuff, I want to make sure I'm actually like, you know, contributing to the value of that person's household and paying them for their work. Though I understand what you're saying. I think we're on the same page. David, Zero, hello. Thanks for the hug. Chilling and on call for the 4th day in a row. Does that make you just like real anxious, or are you chill when you're on call for that long? Okay. Okay. All right. Get up on these wedgies. Whoa. All right, we'll try 195. I'm getting hair in my eye, and it's making me nervous. Michael, have a good appointment. Best of luck. Keep me posted. Beastie Boys. Florida Boy, I have a core memory from when I was younger of going to a Beastie Boys laser light show in a planetarium in Portland, Oregon. Was like definitely too young to be there, but I very specifically remember the vibe. It lives clearly in my brain as something that was unequivocally beautiful. It was very much a product of its time. Kate, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, Strawberry Shortcake. Can I get a shout for fellow Cosmic Hearts stream teamer, variety streamer, charity fundraising all-star, Strawberry Shortcake, please? Thank you. How are you today, Kate? Always a pleasure. I feel so bad because you start streams like pretty late on Pacific time. And so I am typically like, I'll pop in to just like watch for 20 minutes before I go to bed. Like, okay, I guess I'm done now. Time for my honk shoo memes. The same thing with Bella. Like, hello, nice to see you. I'm going to bed. Me and my dingus early bedtime. Ding dangle dongus. Oh, of course. Of course, it was my pleasure. Thank you so much for raising money for Palestine. Bam, followed. Kate's great. Especially if you're in a time zone that is more adjacent to Kate the Great. Well, I did work with someone who went almost exclusively by Kate the Great a while back. It wasn't something that she had put on herself, but a yoke that we had cast upon her. What you got going on this weekend, Kate? Oh, that's a really bad camera angle. I'll fix that. What do wedge squats do? Hit the quads harder. That's exactly it, Destruction. That is the intent. Pushing the heels up. Anytime you're elevating the heels, you're gonna get a little bit less leverage from the glutes. Sorry, friends. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna have to take it. I think that's good enough. Woo! That's my high school email. Kate the Great. It works. Whew. Oh no. Hang on. There we go. That's better. See, I love Bulgarians when you can get a nice stretch at the bottom. Whoop. I'm gonna try to not sound like a stretch episode of Dragon Ball Z for a minute. Oh no. Woo! Bye, friends. Hang tight.
Do it.
Yellow. Sorry, friends. I got a work call, and I thought I caught it, but I did not. So, so that's that. That's that, I guess. Yellow. Hello. Watching some wrestling and doing some chores around the house. Gonna be a rainy weekend. First of all, Kate, I didn't know that you liked wrestling. Are you talking professional wrestling? Oh well. I mean, here's what happened. I broke my own rule relatively recently by giving one of my customers my cell phone number. So this is entirely on me. Whatever happens from here on out, completely my fault. We love wrestling in this house. New to it. WWE has an event this weekend. Oh man. I've been really out of touch with it. I used to be into it when I was younger. Like I loved the WWE N64 games. They were so ridiculous and like absolute complete garbage when it came to like actually having a fair experience as a player. No. Whew. Not to be fibbing. I said I didn't really enjoy a little bit of Ric Flair. Have you tried BG3 at all? Oh, Jester. I think I'm like 60 hours in. Used to be so anti. Watched some videos recently. Realized wrestling is IRL anime. Honestly, I love that evaluation. I love that evaluation. Because there was a point where it was very problematic for a lot of reasons. But you could say that about a lot of television in the 90s. And from what I understand, it's gotten a lot better. But it is fun, you know? If you treat professional wrestling for what it is, which is just high drama with very buff people, very enjoyable. Oh boy. Oh, come on. Oh, that left adductor. What's going on, buddy? Wow. You're not playing around today. Not me talking to my legs. Oh. Wow. Know how to match ends. So fake, then y'all jump off a steel cage through a table then. Wait, Ric Flair's daughter wrestles?
Do it.
I had no idea. Welcome in, Sirely. Sirely. I am going to do that rollout, but I'm going to do it after I do this set. Whew. After I do all these. Because if I roll in the middle of my set, my legs are going to feel like they're falling asleep. Please help me remember. Daughter is a 14-time champion. Did I say welcome? One person got caught cheating with someone's woman, got serious outside the company, fired the dude, and rehired him for a match. Thought he killed the man when he leg dropped him from the top of the steel cage. It is those kinds of stunts that I cannot believe those dudes are doing that stuff. But that makes me so happy to hear that Charlotte Flair is just crushing it. Women are out wrestling a lot of the men now. Hey, I mean, they could have the whole time. Production allowing, right? How do you feel about your workouts on stream? Motivating, longer, harder? They are definitely paced differently. So my rest is a lot different on stream. And so if I'm really looking at like my full performance, if I were to not stream my workouts and do the same stuff, it wouldn't take as long. And I probably would get more done, less time. I'd probably get a little more hypertrophy from it. But I have a lot of fun doing it this way. So go clean your room, son. For the stories names are Rhea Ripley and LA Knight. I'm gonna have to look these people up. Wait, Stratus came back? Interesting. I had a big old crush on Trish Stratus when I was younger. Rhea Ripley. Australian professional wrestler. Oh yeah. Oh, she's yoked. Sick. See, like, this is the kind of thing that makes wrestling look like a lot of fun. I mean, I did like wrestling, you know. That was a sport that I did. People are down bad for Rhea Ripley. I can understand why. And here it comes. Here it comes. All right. Open mic for appreciation. It's me, I'm down bad. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill. Are they all professional wrestlers? See, because I follow a couple of lady fitness influencers that are just like hella strong people. I mean, Steffi Cohen always comes to mind because she's like 5'2" and 120 pounds, and she can deadlift like 550 some pounds. She is incredibly strong. Natasha Ahi. Natasha Ahi, I think is how you pronounce her name. Oh yeah, the muscle bar. I can't remember what it's called. Holderheck ended up going there. Yep. Bella has introduced me. Actually makes herself D1 scholarship in college for hurdling, CrossFit professionally. Wow. Holy cow. And wifey. Yeah, but she pulls sumo. What up, Meep? She's strong as hell. Welcome in, Meep. Yeah, Steffi's an animal. Steffi also gives like very genuinely good fitness advice too. Like if you follow, and Amorous said they follow Steffi Cohen. If you follow Steffi on Instagram, you will get like genuinely good advice. Whew. She puts a lot of work into her content. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's enough of that nonsense. One more set of wedge squats. Whoop. And take your money. I'm sorry, everyone. I know the camera stuff is not great for some peeps' stomachs. All right. Yeah, 3 p.m. Okay. Whew. Oy, oy, oy. I'm not sorry. I don't want you to be sorry. I'm glad I know now. I don't know what the finals are. Also, apparently not following Strong Waifu. But I know. Reminders. Sasha DeJulian, Alex Puccio, who are both rock climbers. Climbing was my main sport as an adult. They were huge inspirations. Man, I haven't climbed in a while. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Why I haven't been climbing. But I think it's just effort management. Siley, what's going on? It's in the playtest. Like alpha, beta only certain creators kind of playtest, or I wish that I had the like timing wise and also the skill capacity to give like brand new first person shooters a go. Like I still remember when Apex came out initially and I was like, I don't know if that one's gonna catch on. I watch Apex get released and I'm watching people play it and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if people are really gonna like this in the long term. Sometimes you're just wrong. Sometimes you're just completely wrong. And you can play Valorant. I can't play Valorant. I'm really just not. I'm not an FPS guy. I'm not an FPS guy. I don't like waiting. My biggest problem with first-person shooters. I don't like waiting. I don't like waiting because I lost. Let me put it that way. Keith Redacted, welcome in. Payback, welcome in. Just don't die. Just don't die. It's super easy. Just like be really careful. Be really careful. Get good. Don't die. Oh, I forgot there was a thing. Eric, thank you so much, Muggy. Welcome in, E-Muggy. Find install get.exe. Yes. Install Alt F4. Get good. 2D side-scrolling is up my alley. Those games are so fun. And like usually have neato stories to them. You hate Battle Royales for that reason. Yeah, that's why I really leaned away from Fortnite. The muggiest. Hate butts. Byron, hello, welcome in. How you doing, Byron Mask? Only reason I haven't been climbing much since 2020. Health conditions, I mostly needed to climb indoors. Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like you would feel more safe going to climb indoors now, Amorous? After, like, COVID is still out there, absolutely. But now that more people are vaxxed up, obviously you don't have to answer that if you do not choose to, but I know more than a couple of folks that are climbing gym. What's up with that? What up, Brenty? More than a couple folks that are climbing gym go in masked. All right, last set of wedgies. By wedgies, I mean wedge squats. Do the wedge squats, Joe. Do the wedge squats. Do not run from the wedge squats, just do them. Now feels like a good time to mention I did my first microtransaction this week. And I had to really think if that was truly the case, but it is. 2 more. Sheesh. Thoracic outlet syndrome, so I can't for other reasons. Ooh. I got you, Amorous. That's okay. At whatever pace you need to. Microtransaction. I did my first microtransaction this week. I paid $1.49 for some diamonds in Pokemon Sleep so I could get a limited time package. Kate, we'll see you later. Madam Chlamydia, welcome in. Hearth Stoner. Not tested positive for COVID since I got the vaccinations. Hell yeah. That's fantastic. Why am I getting tetraminoed right now? Whew. And thank you, Tiger. But yes. Rollies, thank you for the reminder. We will roll right now. Actually, I'm gonna take these off and then we'll roll. Man, those messed me up. Destruction, to answer your question, it just took a long time because of this like work call, and also these sets just take forever. So I think I did one warm-up set and then 3 working sets of wedge squats. And then for the Bulgarians, I think I did 3 sets. Bulgarians. What do we have next? Good mornings. Here we go. I have 115 on here, but I'm not going to do 115. Tell you right now, my booty can't handle it today. And I know this to be true. And you know this, man. Oh. So everyone, a reminder. Here's your random internet and personal security reminder that if you get a text message from someone you don't know, don't respond to it. From some like random number, don't respond to it. I saw in a Discord that I'm in that someone like joke responded to a scam message, and that scam message like now knows that they have a real phone number. Bye, Moon. Bye-bye. Wedge squats do hit quads more. Yeah. It's like I could be doing front squats and accomplish roughly the same thing. But I'll be real. I'm avoiding front squats. Was it worth it, the microtransaction? Yeah, I would say right now it feels like it was. Like for a game that I have been playing on and off for like 3 months now, spending $1.50 so that I could get like a bunch of extra items to help me catch Pokemon. Yeah, I feel good. I feel good about it. I was like, should I get the larger one for $5? And I said no, because that is more diamonds than I actually need. I had one intent, and I spent it on that thing. All right, I'm not really getting much off of rolling the hammies right now, which is understandable, considering that I've been doing quad and hip flexor things for the last hour and a half. So now we're going to move on to some posterior chain stuff, hip extensors, and knee flexors. Your quads extend your knee and flex your hips. Your hamstrings, depending on which ones, but most of them, flex your knee and extend your hips. Oh boy! All right, I'm gonna get the real screams going. I'm gonna roll my adductor right now, even though I know that this may impact my good mornings a little bit. Oh boy, okay. Getting it right up above, not on the knee, not on any connective tissue. I'm gonna get it right up on some of that. Whew. some of that muscle. I'm going to find a spot. It's nice and tender. And I'm just going to let it sit there for 30 seconds. If I got to open up my hips a little bit more to lean into it, we'll do it. If I start to feel any pulsing, if it starts to feel really hot, if it starts to hurt, not just like be a little bit sore, I'm going to back off of that immediately. But for now, I'm feeling pretty good. In about 20 seconds, 10 more seconds. And I'm just going to roll it slowly up my leg towards my knee. And there. And I could keep going, but I still got to keep my timeline today. So I'm going to catch that other leg. Probably right around the same spot. Yep. Right there. One of the things that I've been focusing on in my workouts this last, I would say more so in the last 6 months, is trying to, for lack of a better term, fix my adductors by strengthening my glutes. Strengthening my glutes and also building up a little bit better, a little bit more balanced calf strength. As I've mentioned, I have a pronation issue when I run. My feet turn outward. So when I'm hitting that gait, if my adductors are tight and they're pulling up on the insides of my feet, then it's going to continue to cause my feet to roll out sideways. But if I can balance that out, if I can make my adductors, which pull my legs in, if I can chill those out a little bit and reduce the activation signal going to those, and then make the abductors a little bit stronger in my glutes, then eventually my gait should go into a neutral gait, and my feet will strike evenly on the ground when I walk and run. That's the idea. Whew. Thunder thighs and Arch, welcome in. Oh. You squat low bar? You must have incredible mobility in your arms. Welcome in, Thundergun. Sorry I was kind of stuck on the floor and not responding. Welcome back, Jester. Thunder thighs, what you got on stream, or what you got on the menu today? What are you lifting? Is it a leggy day for you? I have mild pronation when I run as well. So if anyone isn't familiar with the terms, pronation, supination. Pronation, supination, cup of soup. So I am an underpronator. For some reason, when it's with your feet, you really only use the term pronation rather than supination. But I am an underpronator when I run, so my feet go outward like this. I'm trying to fix it. Watching you. Thundergun, it's so good to see you, my dude. So good to see you. We got Thunder Thighs and Thundergun coming in here with the thunder, doing pre-gym chatting and watching those streamers. Right on. All right. Thick. Oh man. I still got to do good mornings. That's what we got to get into. Good mornings and lat pull downs. And then we'll call it. I was just thinking I missed you at TwitchCon. You were at TwitchCon? Jeez Louise, I didn't know. I would have messaged you. I would have messaged you. Welcome in, Devil Dragon. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. And Bella the Beast, welcome in. Wave and say hi. Hello. Hello. We're gonna get this barbell set up. Wait, is this snowy? You've been sold out. You've been sold out. You've been ratted on, tatted on. Dunzo. All right. I think for my good mornings, we're going to start racked because it's just a little bit easier. We'll warm up with the bar. So if you're not familiar with good mornings, we're basically just hip hinging with a little bit of weight over the shoulders. And the idea is to get down to where you have a nice big stretch in your hams and your glutes, and then push back up. And it's very, at least for me, I have not done these a ton, It's very difficult to just move the hips and not move the torso. But that's the move. That's the thing you gotta do. Oh no, I'm a snitch. Bella, we're doing okay. How are you doing? We're hanging in there. I'm gonna throw 15 on these. So we'll do, I programmed 115, and we're gonna actually do 75, at least to start. Man, I've already gone for too long today. But since we're already going for too long, might as well do the thing, make it happen. We'll set up for lat pull downs. Got to get that box back there. Snowy, do you want to go by dragon friend, or do you want to go by Snowy? I will refer to you either way. You just let me know. And I know that this is a leg day. I pointed out at the start of the stream, like, yes, we're going to be doing lat pull downs on a leg day. And the primary reason for that is because I need to do some filler sets. All right, so that is 90. And I'm gonna add, let's make it 110. I think I put down 130. So there it is. 130 pounds. Sorry, not filler sets. Feeder sets? I get filler sets and feeder sets mixed up. Basically, like, I need to hit my lats once more this week. And even though it's a lower body day, I haven't touched them for 2 days. DD or Snowy, doesn't matter. Stop getting words mixed up. I'll do my best, but I tell you what, as long as I've been lifting, there's a lot of words. There's a lot of words that people can use. Whew. All right. Here we go. Look, I'm gonna do my best. I told you I'm gonna do my best, but no promises. All right, get this pop down. This is how you know I've been lifting for just like a little too long today, as I'm starting to lose the juice and slow down. I could use a buff right now. If anyone would like to cast any sort of constitution buffs or ability check buffs, I would enjoy one right now. Be fantastic. Thank you. Eight. Ten of those. Back it up. Swing this in. While I'm in the middle of all this, we may have to move this bar. That's fine. While I'm in the middle of all this, I just want to give Sergeant Thunderthighs a nice little jizzy shout. Man is super strong. I got to meet him at TwitchCon in Vegas. He was extremely kind. I'll be honest, that evening that we met, I was not at 100% social capacity. And my man just like was an island in the storm. It was so great hanging out with you, Malik and Billy and Nuke Mommy. So much fun. So yeah, go check out Sergeant Thunderthighs. Oh, man is very good at Apex as well. Am I visible? I may have to switch up some lighting here. That's fine. Okay. You know what? We'll keep the we'll ditch the glute bridges. Those weren't part of the plan anyway. We'll go check out the thunder. Oh, wow, 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 wow. All right, got a couple more sets. This weekend we are going to one more Halloween party. And it is going to be primarily for other couples that have children. And we will be, I think, the only childless couple in attendance. What are you dressing up as? My plan, and I don't know if it's going to turn out the way I want it to. I got one of those, like, skeleton bodysuits, and I couldn't wear it to work this week because it wouldn't have been good for a work event. But I'm gonna wear it to this party, and I'm gonna wear like a Hawaiian like button-up shirt over top of it and some shorts. And I'm gonna be millennial retirement. And the joke is gonna be really sad because the economy is fucked, and a lot of us are gonna die before we retire. So might as well just laugh about it, right? Sorry about it. Damn, okay. All right. Later, Dragon. DD. Yeah, like, you know, happy Halloween, I guess. Maybe I should come up with something else. Maybe it's just a little too, maybe it's a little too much. I'm open to that feedback. That's a great joke, but it's painful. Yeah, and maybe just like maybe a little too real for the, maybe a little too real for the people we're going to be spending time with. Potentially for a children's event. I mean, the kids don't have to get it. They'll just be like, look at that funny man in the bones with the fun shirt. The parents will know. Focusing on the depressing message. It's a like skeleton, like bones bodysuit. It's like the black bodysuit with the bones in the front. And then I'm gonna wear like a vacation outfit over top of it. Is the idea. Ever thought about doing streams where you work out live with viewers? So I have, and it requires a fair bit of coordination. And really, my workout streams get scheduled kind of when I'm not tied up with work. Or like I set time in the middle of the workday that I don't schedule over, but like I will every once in a while have to just call a stream. Thankfully, it hasn't happened lately. I'm not against it. Could be fun. It would also keep me moving. Ugh. What do you mean coordination? Just like scheduling. Like, are you talking about getting someone in here, or are you talking about just like doing a video call with someone? Because Celty does that. A couple of streamers who do more group fitness style workouts have definitely been in on doing that. They'll bring in people from, they'll do like local streams or local meetups, video call with one or more people. Yeah, I mean, I could probably just open that up from time to time. We can maybe do that as a charity redeem or something. Yeah, I'm open to it if people want it. This is honestly the first time anyone's asked. All right, minimal rest between these next two sets. Try to cut it back. Yeah, you know what? The more I think about it, I'm going to come up with a less depressing costume for this weekend. I think we can do that. I think we can come up with something less depressing. And everyone will appreciate it. What about Ken? I'm just Ken. I'm just doing what I can. You have Kenergy? You really think so? You know what? You know what I should have told myself when I was having weird brain moment this morning? I should have told myself that I was Ken-uff. Because I know it to be true. I know that I'm Ken-uff. Well, having watched the movie... More than Ken-uff. I actually did have a person that I used to work with that every time she started like a training session, because this was a training job. Every time she started a session that was like even remotely something vulnerable, right, where people were going to have to kind of put themselves out there, or where we were going to talk about identity, or where we were going to talk about like, and just like, again, anything kind of where people would be putting themselves on the spot a little bit. She would start with like, I want you to repeat after me. And her thing would be like, I am more than enough. It felt like cheesy, you know, like initially it felt a little cheesy, but people would do it. And it works, right? Like we all need that reminder. You got the hoodie? I almost bought it. I almost bought that big furry monstrosity of a hurry. A big monstrosity of a hoodie. Excuse me. Whew. But yeah, no, I mean, I do think it's an important reminder. If you haven't heard it from anyone else today, or if you have heard it and you would benefit from hearing it again, you are more than enough. Whatever is in your brain as enough, that is a construct either by you or someone else. And if you are trying, you are more than enough. That doesn't mean that you can't try to improve yourself and your situation. Those do not have to be mutually exclusive. Saw someone turn it into a cropped hoodie. That made me want it. Oh, but it's so expensive to crop. See, my brain is broken if I'm thinking about it that way. Whoop. A little too deep. Trying to keep those toes firmly planted if I can. Mental wellness half minute. Hell yeah, Ren. I mean, I feel like I do it a little less often than I used to. Being just very forward with all of you. Because that internal voice, that internal dialogue that you have, it matters so much more than I think people recognize. I forget sometimes that the way that I talk to myself and talk about myself is very real and it matters. And if you are in the cycle of telling yourself that you're not doing enough, that you need to work harder, that people don't accept you, that you don't accept yourself, then like those words are going to become reality for you in a certain sense. It's really, really hard to get towards self-acceptance and self-love and to have that coexist with moving life forward, but it's really important. And you don't have to be perfect about it. It doesn't have to be every day you have this absolutely spot on self-narrative. If that's the case for you, then great. If you figured it out, then great. But if you're still working through it, it's okay to have hard days. You gotta have hope. Cottage cheese is kind of weird with fruit. I've decided, tabs. I don't normally like say, yo, that's like the most random observation I've heard in a while. But it is. Hi, Taz. I like cottage cheese and pineapple. I think that's banging. Welcome in. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. You don't have any pineapple? What are you eating it with? Berries ain't bad. No, but you're right, Ren. Who we are really does kind of come down to, how we are thinking about ourselves, thinking about our interactions with people. I know this sounds super like vague influencer garbage sometimes, but you know. Oh, I'm sorry, Tabs. I'm sorry I missed it before. I'm glad you're here. Did we get you a shout? Does everyone know how wonderful you are? Oh, hoy, hoy, hoy. What up, Sueya? No self-love or hope in this house. If you don't have it today, that's okay. My hope for you is that you find it at some point. Are we still doing that before and after body challenge? So you're talking about the Zenbro Classic? Welcome in, Big Vic. So I was participating in the classic bodybuilding portion of the Zenbro Challenge, and it's actually being streamed this weekend. Let me find out which channel this is going to be on, because I actually don't know which one Ari is planning to do it on. If I can find, let's see. 1 second. Okay. I'm guessing it's gonna be, I'll let y'all know. I don't know which stream it's actually gonna be on. Saying it's less random, hopefully, after a greeting. Okay, yes, it is. It is with that context. Hey, everyone, thank you so much for being here today. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate the presence. I appreciate the interaction. Thank you, Destruction, for the Wellness Minute, for working out along with us today. Again, like, I really love it when folks work out along with us on the channel. It just makes me feel so good. It makes me feel very good. We're gonna raid Party 64. I'm gonna get back to work and deal with some things that I've been kind of putting off dealing with. Party 64. There we go. Everyone, we're gonna get that raid going. Thank you so much. I don't know why I'm flexing. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you would grab one of these raid messages, the first one if you're not a subscriber, the second one if you are a subscriber, the one that if you are a subscriber is going to look a little something like this. So if you want to be able to dish out fun subscriber messages like this one, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, get it on the socials. Hello, Farm. Goodbye, Farm. Hello, Copo. Copo, you've been around. I'm sorry. I don't want to say hello. Focus. Get in on the socials if you haven't done so already. We got a YouTube channel, which is kind of out of date, but please subscribe anyway. we got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got passes if you're looking for some mild spice, and I have not been super active on passes lately, but there is stuff there. So if you want to see some mild spice, you can get a sub and you can pay for some old sets if that's what you're into. Anyway, I don't know. Thank you. Thanks for being here today. We're going to go see Kyle Party 64. I'm going to be back on Sunday around 2 p.m. Eastern time, hopefully, if nothing else gets in the way. In the meantime, please be kind to yourself. Please be kind to someone else. Do a little something that fills your tank. Send someone a message. Tell them that you're thinking about them. You never know what someone could be going through. And you might just turn their day around. Let them know. Well, I will see you in the next one. Farewell.